It's here first from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. The city of Des Moines is considering cutting back some services to cover an expected budget shortfall. And where is Iowa's trash going to go as landfills start to fill up across the state? It's Thursday, June 18th. Iowa spent about $330 million on the first year of its education savings account program. That's according to a report by the state auditor's office. The program makes tax dollars available to pay for private school. The report found 8,800 more Iowa students were enrolled in private schools this past year than projected by the Iowa Department of Education before the program was in place. State Auditor Rob Sand, who is also the Democratic nominee for governor, says the state saw more private schools open and close in the past year than anticipated, and some are experiencing very low enrollments.
Before the program, only 2 schools had enrollment that was below 20 students. We now have had 14 private schools that have had fewer than 20 students.
The Iowa Department of Education has released a statement saying the report appears to be a policy critique of the ESA program. Governor Kim Reynolds said in a statement she won't apologize for the program. She said the report is about politics and that the auditor's office has 16 overdue public school audits. Library hours in Des Moines could be cut back as part of a plan to save money. City council members are looking at ways to scale back services as the city braces for the impact of the state's new property tax law. The new state law caps city and county general revenue growth at 2% with some exceptions. Other ideas talked about to save money include leaving vacant positions open, reducing park maintenance, and getting rid of police neighborhood services. City employees warned cuts would lead to more delays and slower response time for city services. Scott Sanders is the city manager.
The reality is, and we can't be shy about acknowledging this, the city of Des Moines can no longer afford the assets and the level of service that we've been providing in the past.
Currently, Des Moines is projected to face a $12 million shortfall in the budget year starting next July. Council members will approve final cuts in September after a public input period. Crews are making progress on a regional water trail system with access points in Des Moines. IPR's Mara Curran reports recreation and safety on the water are both part of promoting the project.
Parts of the Icon water trails are being created in the Des Moines River. The project is meant to encourage whitewater recreation with features like a wave shaper for surfing. But it comes as water quality remains a top concern in Iowa. Icon Executive Director Stephanie Oppel says they're focusing on safety as they invite people to enjoy the river.
There's just so much to it that we're really trying hard to educate people about all the different aspects of water quality and safety.
Oppel says E. coli levels, skill level, and water conditions are all risks to be aware of. She says they're educating people about safety practices for different activities and in rough water conditions. They're also testing the water over time to monitor trends in E. coli levels. I'm Mara Curran, IPR News.
Democrat Rob Sand launched a town hall tour of Iowa in his childhood home of Decorah last night. Sand is presenting himself as a moderate in the run-up to the general election. Here's IPR's Gavin McGough.
The Democratic nominee for governor struck a tone of patriotism, leading the packed brew pub in a sing-along of America the Beautiful. Sand's message tonight: he doesn't see himself as belonging to a particular party.
When I registered to vote when I was 18, I registered as an independent. You may have noticed from where we started, I don't really like political parties. They just tend to fight.
He eventually chose the Democratic Party, he says, for its environmental and fiscal policy. His campaign estimates 350 people attended the event. Sand faces Republican businessman Zach Lane in November. In Decorah, I'm Gavin McGough, IPR News.
It's here first from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Many of us don't think about our trash once it's in the bin, but it's a big concern for some landfills in Iowa. Coming up here in just a moment, why some landfills are filling up faster than expected and what's going to happen when they're full. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's here first from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Each week, trash is hauled off to 3 dozen landfills across Iowa, but some are nearing the end of their lifespans. Where is Iowa's trash going to go? IPR's Rachel Kramer reports how 2 parts of the state are responding to this challenge.
At Boone County Landfill and Recycling, garbage trucks line up in front of the scale house to be weighed. The landfill takes in waste across several county lines in central Iowa. I ride with John Rosa, the administrator, up to where the trucks unload. I saw a drum come out.
I saw it too, like a snare drum. It's probably still in good condition. It's mind-boggling the stuff that people throw away sometimes.
The drum, along with a ladder and wooden shelves, is quickly crushed by a compactor's massive steel wheels. Rosa says the space that can hold waste here is roughly the size of 5 or 6 Jack Trice stadiums. But it's filling up.
We are running out of room. And it's not just the Boone County landfill. It's starting to become a problem throughout the state.
It's difficult for landfills to expand and even harder to build new ones. They need the right geology and hydrology, lots of permits and clearances at the federal, state, and local levels. Garrett Prestegard is president of the Iowa Society of Solid Waste Operations. Last year, the organization sent a survey to all of the active landfills in Iowa, asking about landfill capacity under current permits. Around 1/3 said they had less than 30 years left. And once they're maxed out, Prestegard says communities will have to find other places to send their trash.
It's likely going to lead to waste in the state being funneled to either out-of-state landfills or larger landfills in Iowa that have room to expand their facilities in the future.
Some landfills that looked like they had more time have had their lifespans cut short by wreckage from floods and other natural disasters. Joe Horaney is the interim director of the Cedar Rapids-Linn County Solid Waste Agency. He says the derecho in 2020 caused a lot of damage in the region, and so did a big hailstorm earlier that year.
More than 80,000 roofs had to be replaced here in eastern Iowa, so we got a lot of those too. So every time there's a hail event, all that material ends up in the landfills.
Horaney says Linn County's landfill could fill up by 2038, 6 years earlier than expected. A proposed expansion would buy more time, but eventually garbage will be transferred to another landfill. And as he points out, hauling trash longer distances costs more.
If we want to do everything the same, apples to apples, as we do right now, and we go to transfer, the tipping fee will practically double. So instead of being $50 per ton, it'll be $100 per ton.
Back in central Iowa, the Boone County landfill has decided to stop accepting waste from Ames and Story County a year from now in order to stretch out its lifespan. In response, the city of Ames is planning to send the trash it collects even further west to a landfill in Carroll County. City officials say it coincides with other big changes in waste management.
From up here, you can kind of see the process area.
Great.
And the tipping floor where all the material comes in.
Mark Peebler is supervisor of the resource recovery plant in Ames. It uses conveyor belts, shredders, and magnets to pull out metals and converts burnable trash into fuel for the city's power plant. The remaining waste goes to a landfill.
In 1975, this facility was state-of-the-art.
But 5 decades later, Peebler says it has aging equipment and high operating costs. Ames is preparing to retire the plant and open a new facility next year. It will act as the central hub for collecting and transferring trash, recycling, and yard waste. Peebler says the city is also ramping up new services like curbside recycling to reduce the waste stream as much as possible.
There is a lot of material that could be reused, reduced, recycled, and recovered before it goes to the landfill that may not be happening as much as what it should be.
A DNR study found over 70% of the material in Iowa landfills could be diverted. John Rosa sees this firsthand at the Boone County landfill.
It's hard to teach people to care. But hopefully they do, we've got to do something different.
He says all landfills run out of space eventually, and that's a problem for everyone. I'm Rachel Kramer, IPR News.
Great reporting from Rachel Kramer. I'm Megan McKinney. Thanks for listening to Hear First from IPR today. I hope you've had a great week so far, and talk tomorrow.